Hey, give me money. YouTube memberships. Become a member of my weirdo empire. Just 99 cents a month, you can become Max Thrasher the Bounty Hunter yourself. Special badges, shoutouts at the beginning of the streams, and you get to feel good about yourself. For $4.99 a month, you can join the Erotic Eric Fontaine tier. All those other perks, plus once a month, you can join me and our friends for a special not quite wrestling live stream where we watch something that's kinda like wrestling, but not quite. And for $9.99 a month, you can play Armstrong Bingo with us. It's all that other stuff, plus once a year, you can select what we watch on Off the Grid. Just don't make it porn, don't make it something that'll get me a copyright strike. Please send a link because I don't want to do work. I'm lazy. Get on YouTube now, support me, I'll thank you later. Literally, I will thank you. And until we can fix capitalism, this is the best I can do.
From the swamps of Louisiana, the Cajun Predator.
The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Hey, look at us. We did it again, another 7 days around the sun. Welcome to WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name is Tom. Right there, look at that. Look at that name. See? One syllable, two syllable, boom. And my handle. Welcome in WCW Deep Cuts Live. We're normally every Tuesday, but because of those gosh darn holidays, we've been bumped to Monday. This is the last Monday stream, though. After this week, we're back to Tuesday at 9 p.m. to watch the forgotten quote-unquote television classics from World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. And since he mentioned it in the chat, I feel safe enough to say, congratulations to Papa Dermody for breaking loose. Very happy for the whole clan. I know Brian's been hanging in there, so I'm proud of him. He's a good kid, good son, and Papa Dermody's doing much better. And yes, this is the last WCW Deep Cuts live stream, the last stream of anything, last internet thing I'm doing in the year 2024. Thank you all so much for putting up with me the last year, helping me grow. I appreciate you all. So, I posted it last night. I have multiple videos on YouTube that are well over 1 million views each. Like, that's crazy. That's freaking crazy. And the thing is, we're just growing. I think I'm even on TikTok tonight. I got approved to live stream from my computer earlier, and it says I'm live on TikTok. I can't find myself, though, so if you're watching on TikTok, let me know. If you're not, then also let me know. I'll have to figure it out. But speaking of great folks, let's check out my YouTube members, the members of my weirdo empire. Big thank you to, as I mentioned before, the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Dermody, Commish Spiffy, Droid 11, Dave in Syracuse, everybody's friend Jonathan Mayer, the Scott Keith, Hidden Track, Izzy McClure, Jason Honeycutt, Fartmaster Supreme, Ken Terminated DQ, JT Jacob Kenny, Verticus Maximus, we'll talk about you in a second, my friend, Champagne and JD, Adam Suzanne, the Suzanimal, Yankee Hawk 04, Peyton Andrews, Adam Simon, Brent Clark, Anthony Marola, Stephen J. Neptune, man, I'm getting hats, Bam Dog, Sean Fox, Jesse, Jamie, Impwa, Wild Woobs, Brandon Stevenson, Bagsley, Justin, Casual Villainy, Dyma Bauer, Ninja Tyler Black, Active Graves, Mark Webster, Justin aka Bootable, who is here tonight, hello, Unpop and Sean O'Connell, our two newest members. So thank you all so much for hopping on the weirdo empire that I am forming. January's Not Quite Wrestling will very likely be not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Should be able to do that. I'm still formulating what I'm going to air. I should have that news by next week. So, number one Gunkel, hey. So speaking though of good folks, good things, this is the best thing I own. This WCW dip cut sign right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. And you can have one just like it thanks to our friend Brentix Maximus. Go to brenttech.etsy.com. Use code NOTTHATTomGreen, that's my name, for 20% off your own WCW sign. Just like this. He's a really good 3D print artist. He does great things. So go check Brent out and use my code so that he knows. Sorry, I got a text from somebody who was watching live who can't be in the chat. But yeah, let Brent know that I sent you. Go get some stuff of your own. So hell yeah. By the way, shout out Brent for 100 bits. Hell yeah, you rule, Brent. Now, speaking of all you fine folks, most of you are in the Discord, but if you're not, go get in there now. tinyurl.com/Discord for Tom Green. If you don't know what Discord is, it's like a chat room on Deca. Got all sorts of fun rooms, fun conversation. I was chatting it up today about that War Dogs United Empire, like War Games looking match from New Japan about almost a year ago, actually. It's pretty sweet. Nare slaps Gabe Kidd. It's awesome. But yeah, so go get in there now. But Donald DeRuss, welcome. First time in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club. Now, I think it's time we get to the action. You've listened to Teenage Fan Club if you're watching live. You've put up with me. It is time we go back to the year 1990. We watch NWA Main Events. Let's go. As always, let me know how the audio is. Too high, too low. I did have to make an executive decision. It says WCW Main Event here, but they call it NWA Main Event. It's very confusing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to TBS and the Main Event. Jim Ross and Missy Hyatt.
Jim and Missy.
Program, ladies and gentlemen. The Renegade
Future
the Nasty Boys in a big rematch.
members of an erotic clan themselves.
For the third time for the World Television Championship, they won a.
But I may have to make this executive decision. Normally we watch 2 back-to-back episodes of something chronologically. But I didn't quite do my due diligence. I failed you all as a leader. We were going to watch the one from the week after this and the 23rd. Oh no. Criminal. I'm going to squeeze JR's cheeks. We all do, Jonathan. But the one the week after this, the 16th, I was looking in the lineup. I'm like, this is a hell of a lineup. We can watch this. And then I was previewing it earlier, and I noticed the reason why it's a hell of a lineup is because it's all just like clips of pay-per-view matches. Nothing real. One original match, I think. It's like 2 minutes long. So we're gonna watch this, and we're gonna watch the one 2 weeks after. I've mentioned it before on here. I loved this game when I was a kid. Yes, you can only do like 3 things in it, but it was the time. And if you're watching on TikTok, please let me know, because I don't actually think I'm live on there. Like, TikTok Live Studio says I am, but I don't see anything showing that I am. Please let me know.
For mom. Get up to 15 minutes of free crystal clear communication from US Sprint when you buy a $5
Burger King bucks. We need to bring those back. I'm surprised with the way that fast food pay is that they aren't paying the employees Burger King bucks.
For great gift ideas at Burger King,
don't get me started on the economy. Did we ever find out if Annie was in fact? I think Annie was okay. She's an adult woman.
For men of motion, whose emotions run deep, fathom. For men of motion, whose...
For Men of Motion. Why wasn't that ever like a team name? Men in Motion.
Whose feelings...
That's like a pretty dope, like, high flyer tag team
A
name.
fresh, new, thrilling cologne.
Fathom.
For men whose
What a name
emotions
for a
run
cologne.
deep.
Fathom. Can you
For
fathom
men.
that Greg doesn't smell like shit today? Bad vibes to start off the stream. Bad vibes, bad vibes, bad vibes. Yes, Jonathan is streaming live from Disney World. Dedication, if I've ever seen something. I'm not saying you have to stream from vacation. I certainly appreciate it, Jonathan. Like, Brian Pillman and the Z-Man should have been Men in Motion.
I'm trying to think, like, which Rocky is this? Because this is the third time they're going to meet on the main event.
And the juicer with his,
Why are we doing this? Also, what is that thing that that kid's doing? It's not flexing.
That little guy looks like he's got more muscles than the juicer.
I wouldn't say
This
that.
feels weird and bad.
Away from being ready to get in the ring, that
Grizzly
young man.
Smith's in the locker room.
He's only 18 years old. I don't think he should be in wrestling. I think he should be in trade school. He
I
looks
don't
like
think he
a
should have been in wrestling either, Missy.
Well, I think that he's
That's
a
probably
very
'cause of the
unusual
criminal
young man.
charges,
I don't
though.
think I'd go as far as to call him a juvenile delinquent.
Well, he needs help with his clothes. He needs a fashion consultant.
That I might agree with. The juicer, nice leapfrog on Ralph Hodges. He's got that silly string out, and Hodges has him well scouted. He leads
This
the
would have
ring.
been such a fun gimmick if it wasn't portrayed by a criminal. I did not, Cecil. I could not find Wild and Dangerous Dan. He's shooting him in the butt.
The juicer always likes to have a little fun.
Yeah, I'll have to like do better at Google/YouTubing.
Because he's a kid.
His gimmick is that he's Beetlejuice. Hence the juicer. But he couldn't quite be Beetlejuice because, you know, trademark loss.
We'll try to settle their situation.
Nick Patrick, the referee, somehow not the worst person in this match.
They've had 2 time limit draws. Plus, Paul Lee's going to be focusing on the Sting Black Scorpion situation.
Exactly.
Like,
you mean to tell me that there's no Razor Revolution comps on YouTube?
Madman takes on the Z-Man.
This is a great show. I'm so glad it was my idea for all the
I'm a big fan of Missy's commentary here because it's as if she's not aware that the microphone's on or that she's part of the show. I know you stick it.
Exciting in the last few weeks, and got a couple more coming up soon.
That's right, tomorrow night in Gainesville, Georgia at 7 p.m. at the Georgia Mountain Center.
This is the
And
period
Tuesday
where
night at the Center Stage at
they're
7
making
p.m.
Missy go to
That's at
accent
West Peachtree
classes.
near the Art Center MARTA station. And you know, for my new apartment
Because,
in Buckhead, it's only just right
They were
down the
very
road.
offended by her southern accent. Oh my gosh! That could have been way worse than it was. I thought that dude was going to bump to the floor. Also, how awkward must it be to wrestle in a jacket like that? It's not tight, but it's just like flapping everywhere, you know?
Up on top, what's he going to do? He's a little unpredictable.
The last time we watched a juicer match, I accused him of crimes he did not commit. Is she from Tech? I think she's from Texas. Missy?
That's a real high-risk move for the unorthodox teenager.
Maybe that's how he got all his clothes torn up from trying to do all that stuff.
That's the meanest thing you've ever said about Warhorse, Jonathan. I like Warhorse. I mean, I get the paint and everything. The Warhorse does not wear the paint anymore. He's a nihilist. Nothing matters.
This is wrestling. You can't do that in wrestling.
Someday maybe
Shout out Warhorse.
That's right.
I think he's just Jake Cornell. I think he's not necessarily ditched the Warhorse part, but he's like he tries to use it the least amount possible while still kind of benefiting from all the stock that he built in it. Missy's from Tallahassee, okay. Makes sense.
Speaking of football, I think you and I should be doing Monday Night Football. We'd be better than those.
See, the crazy part about this is Juicer lost his WCW gig. Oh my gosh. Because
works with. I don't think we can do better than the other guy.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, because fans were bringing printouts of the news article about his arrest to shows. Somebody needs to bring that back, by the way, the top rope Fez press. Not the punches, just like the hook the ankles under the glutes, lean up, a sweet pin. The fans were bringing printouts of the news article about his arrest and waving them in the front row. They're like, shit, we gotta fire him. But even after that, 2 years later, he got a WWF tryout. And it made the Hidden Gem section of the network years ago. Which is wild to me because he was wearing a shirt. Okay, this is WWF 1992, as child-friendly as it gets. He wore a shirt to the ring that said Pee Wee was innocent. Light speed, Starrcade collision course. I mean, to be fair, Cole did borrow that from Luthez. I don't think either of them did it off the top rope. It's the Tag Team Championship of the Universe, yet they did not invite any Martians. I think that's bullshit.
For the U.S. heavyweight title, plus Doom, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and more. Don't miss an explosive night that'll rock the universe.
But yeah, if you want to see Art Bar's tryout match with Conan in the WWF wearing the Pee Wee was innocent shirt, it is on YouTube. Yeah, there were like 13 matches on that Starrcade. The tournament plus like a full card. It's insane.
Because you control more of the game. You call a wider range.
Hey, Nathan.
Okay, go out and turn.
By the way, let me just get up on my podium for a second, my soapbox.
I got it.
Stephen Flo, great gimmick. A lot of fun. We've all had fun with it. Nathan really deserves a lot of the credit for getting that viral. It is, Nathan took the video, Nathan put it on Instagram and all the socials, and it blew up. So Nathan deserves a chunk of the credit for the Stephen Flo success. Check him out, Cheap Heat Spot Fest on Insta and all the other places. Yeah, this is the most 1990-ass set of commercials I've ever seen.
Super Mario Brothers 3 from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls are
Michael Jordan.
Yes, but the Milwaukee Bucks are the surprise team of the NBA season. What? The NBA on TNT, Tuesday at 8. Bigger than life.
He is fearless, unbeatable, and I love my car.
Yo, man, I'm just gonna keep an eye on it for you.
Think about this. In the distance of time between like this and like Russo WCW, it's about the same distance of time as like 2015 WWE to now. And think about how much that product has changed.
From Ivan Reitman, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, December 21st at theaters everywhere.
Do you have the time?
Boys of a penis, girls of a vagina. That hotline is not aged well. Not aged well.
99 cents when you buy one.
But hey, it is not a tumor.
99 cents? Pretty radical.
Sometimes you gotta break the rules.
You know, because when I like to break the rules, I go to Burger King.
Oh, what a tangled web Charlotte weaves when she weaves it for
Yeah, all these old fast food commercials depress me. Come feed your family for $1.49.
Watch and see Charlotte's wondrous works that will warm your heart and widen your eyes in E.B. White's Charlotte's Web. 7 Eastern on TBS tonight.
And welcome back, everyone, to TBS and the main event still to come in just a few
They should come back and like
the rematch for the World
switch hair. Like Missy has like the short little Lego man haircut, and Jim Ross has a long blonde wig. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
What a battle we have seen here, and Taylor will just not give
Also,
up.
they could never figure out whether or not it was called the main event or just main event. They would call it both, and it was so confusing.
15 seconds remain. Can Taylor hold on? One. And Taylor kicks out.
Yeah, that's wild.
What a battle
Kindergarten Cop does not feel as old as it was. Oh.
You want to make a prediction?
I guarantee you Terry Taylor's not going to win.
A guarantee from Missy Hyatt. It's Rocky's wife in the movie.
Yeah, the WCW The Main Event was the Game Boy game, which, that thing.
Will be decided next.
Introducing first the challenger from Vero Beach, California, at 241 pounds.
That's awesome, bro. I should have done
Did
that.
you know that Vero Beach moved from
Put on
Florida
old
to
commercials.
California?
But my family would have thought it was like new TV. My mom tried to put on a Shirley Temple
I think
movie.
Tony Gilliam must have flunked geography.
She was like, Tommy, you can learn from this girl that wasn't thankful for anything. I'm like, really, Mom? All because I bitched that lunch was a half hour late? Come on. Why is he coming out to Barry's music? That's weird. Cop and a half. I love Cop and a half.
Oh, they're starting it off right here. They're not even going to wait to the bell.
Going after Bobo.
Terry Taylor starting off very quickly. He ended.
Yeah, that's Barry. That's Barry Windham's song. I don't know why Arn's coming out to it.
With Arn Anderson. They have wrestled in the last 2 weeks here on TBS. Both matches going the distance. This is going to be intense here. Taylor fired up. Nails Anderson. Anderson runs him chest first into the ring post.
Well, if we can have a roll, I want you to remind me what I was going to tell
Like
you.
Atkins is like, get in the ring. Or my name isn't Nick Patrick Randy Anderson.
Around the post, and he does it again. 2 weeks ago, it was Anderson working on the arm of Terry Taylor by using the ring post. Obviously, Taylor hasn't forgotten that.
Probably because it was taped an hour before this.
A liar. Fire lit under him. That's not right.
Oh,
I don't
Missy.
know. We're both excited about this situation because this is the third time that they have wrestled on this broadcast. Two of the finest one-on-one competitors in all of wrestling. And the intensity of World
Always loved
Championship
Arn's
wrestling and the intensity of
white
building the Starrcade
tights.
1 week from tonight is certainly
Always had
going to
it
win
always
in
looked
this contest.
good. And I understand why a lot of people don't wear white. Because, I mean, it's easy to get dirty. But it looks good with like a tan.
Blocks the left hand, goes to the left of his own.
And Arn had a
Sharp left
good
jab to the right
tan.
hand.
That was weird.
Taylor catches Anderson coming in, the foot right to the face. He's going to roll him over and go for the pin here. Remember, this is for the television championship.
I have a beef
of the
with Terry
world.
Taylor because like half my copyright strikes on YouTube
And now will Taylor go for the
are
power
because
driver?
not because of like
Anderson blocks
actual stuff, but
it.
like
Elevates Taylor, who slides
it'll
right
be like
down.
Coach Terry's best punches, and it'll like Terry Taylor uses the WWE YouTube channel to like upload compilations of stuff for his students to study. And then I get dinged for stuff that WWE doesn't even own. Same with Steve Corino.
Well, that will remain to be seen.
Arn did look good in the baby blues, yes. It is Terry Taylor.
Maybe about 5 after.
That's right, Brian.
Right after we go off the air, I'll try to remember that. Look at Taylor wrapping the leg of
What a
Anderson around the
dweeby
ring
looking
post.
move. This is a good match, but come on, you're bending his leg the right way.
Taylor is here with not only the television championship on his mind, but also revenge. It was after the match last week. They went to the draw that Arn Anderson power drove Taylor. The match had concluded, and now Taylor is here. And as Missy said, or attempted to say, someone has certainly lit a fire under Terry Taylor. He is motivated in this matchup. Well, there's Ric Flair.
There's Ric Flair.
He's not been interviewing with anybody. He hasn't made any comment.
I know why.
Well, why do you think?
He's a big Florida fan, and Florida State beat him last week.
I think it was a couple of weeks ago.
Right, just staring at Terry Taylor like, I had high hopes for you.
Ric Flair to make you mad. Go
HOTTOGO.
Florida State right here.
Cecil Nix was 4 years old when this aired. I was 3.
Scoop slam. Anderson's leg could not hold Taylor up. Taylor grapevines the leg. Flair at ringside to cheer on Arn Anderson. What?
He's on Arn.
I just got through saying
Arn, you must beat the rooster. Hey.
Taylor now. Perhaps going for the figure 4, but Anderson raked the eyes.
Bootable was 10. Donald was in 8th grade.
It's certainly exemplified by Ric Flair's appearance at
And I'm right in the belly area. Brian was 12.
And after the lot of people talked
No
about
Use
the
Ticket was 9 when this aired.
Taylor reversed it. 1, 2, and just another half a count, and we got a new champion. It's obvious to see that Flair will be at 100% at Starrcade 1 week from tonight in that street fight. There he is right there. He has refused to talk to us, but he has made this appearance on the program. It should dispel any rumors that Flair will not be 100%.
Well, if he comes out to ringside wearing that nice suit, I wonder
Lateral press right here.
If you've all not checked it out, go to the Mystery Wrestling Patreon. Check out their last show. There was a blindfold tag match. Cecil and London Lightning.
He'll be out of his element, attire-wise.
Fantastic.
I wonder if Ronald like wear his pads, his shoulder pads, and his jersey for Florida State.
Who knows? We'll find out 1 week from tonight. It's exclusively on pay-per-view. Straight left hand. Arn Anderson now taking over on Terry Taylor.
What's going on?
Our camera looks right over the shoulder of Ric Flair, who looks
Present
to be 100%.
London Lightning. Past London Lightning was killed.
Anderson caught him coming
Was killed in a literal death match at the prior Mystery Wrestling
Taylor
show.
is a great athlete. He's in the top 10. Obviously, so is Arn Anderson. Anderson getting nailed in the leg by Terry Taylor.
You got nailed in the leg.
Taylor,
Why are you punching a man in the leg? You know how I'm going to get this guy? I'm going to punch him in the leg.
The championship is within his grasp. Wait a minute, what's Teddy Long doing out here?
What is Teddy Long doing out here? I mean, I know the Horsemen and Doom are feuding at this time, but there's a lot going on.
They nailed Taylor from behind.
Because, you know, Terry Taylor couldn't lose clean.
And Doom trying to hurt Anderson. Flair has been nailed. Flair has been running to the post. He's down.
Terry Taylor laying dead at ringside. That's the best part. Terry Taylor's like a pushed mid-card guy. And like Doom just kind of hits him once and he's dead at ringside for the rest of the segment. Like a referee. Ollie examines the Sting Black Scorpion controversy. That he'll, will it be Paulie or will it be his roommate?
Everybody needs some cash somehow.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of when guys need to grab something to like run heels off and they'll grab like the most blatantly cushioned chair possible.
My sometime is now.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
I would spam the shit out of the special attack. Constrict back.
Michael Jackson's Moonwalker video game, only on the Genesis system by Sega.
Ow.
He'll make you laugh.
Hold me.
He'll make you cry.
I can't.
But most of all, you'll fall in love with Edward.
I'll be darned.
The best film of the year is Edward Scissorhands.
How many wrestlers do you think have pitched? What if I did an Edward Scissorhands gimmick?
My husband's a graduate.
Night, Eric, love you. And like got halfway like through the whole process. I'm like, shit, how do I wrestle with blades on my hands?
I can't believe this.
Of course, Abdul the Butcher walks to the room. He's like, easy.
A two-step system that catches, then distributes wetness.
I always wanted to know how diapers worked.
Yeah, this is pretty dry reading. Of course, there's nothing wrong with
Hey,
being
therapy,
dry.
everybody needs you.
Help, my eyes are on fire. We ask sinus and allergy sufferers to draw on their experience and show us their pressure and pain.
feels like a medieval
We ask
torture
people who
device.
suffer from
That's why the
allergies
makers
to
of Alka-Seltzer
draw
Plus Cold
the
Medicine
things
created
that
a
make
new
them
maximum
suffer.
strength sinus allergy
We won't help
medicine,
them with it.
specially
We just want them to
designed with
draw.
an antihistamine,
They're all very
a
good artists.
decongestant, and a pain reliever to take care of all these symptoms. So don't doodle around. Get serious relief with new
Shots
Alka-Seltzer
fired
Plus
at win,
sinus
lose, or
allergy
draw.
medicine.
Yes, Bootable.
Tonight, majestic,
Midnight Rocker.
graceful.
Man, if you're Marty, I'm gonna freak
Into the
out.
fragile world
But
of
thank
the
you so much
humpback
for the
whale
flat soda and the
on
crackers.
PBS's
Appreciate it.
National Geographic Explorer, 9 Eastern tonight.
Do you have the time?
Sorry, I took my watch apart.
Well, after 4 p.m., you get a BK brought up for only 99 cents when you buy one at the regular price.
99 cents? Pretty radical.
Hell yeah, Midnight Rocker. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you.
Sting, I think you better borrow my telephone and dial 911. I mean, think about this. On December 16th, exclusively on pay-per-view at Starrcade.
Sting, I think you need to borrow my
you step into a
telephone.
cage against the Black Scorpion.
I don't know.
Here's a guy that
Call us a
transformed
ride.
himself or possessed the mind of a referee. Here's a guy that at the Clash of the Champions with the two of us standing side by side. Hey, I don't got to tell you about it. You can see it for yourself.
Like, this is pretty much all that Paul did for like a year.
I can't wait to see you on the Clash stage.
This is the funniest angle.
The referee's taking his shirt off. The referee's trying to choke Sting down. There's
Sting is being like, there's an attempted murder happening,
has gone crazy.
and all of Sting's friends at ringside are just focused on these other people.
Hillman fighting outside. Lex Luger as well.
Fight Sting. Watch now, Sting. Watch once again.
This is the funniest feud.
Watch very closely.
This dude's out here being like the masked magician.
Never knew I possess.
Oh no, he turned her into a tiger. Oh no. I think it would have worked better if he turned Sting into a tiger.
You see, the juicer.
Sorry to hear, Peter, but yeah, just hang out here. We got you. We got your back,
Sounds that
Peter.
you're gonna hear. Of all the little kids that like the juicer, and roar, roar, roar of Moondog Rex. So it's just a normal match that you wouldn't think anything
Not
of.
that Chris Benoit.
Once again, the Black
What a
Scorpion
username.
showed his evil magic, and he had a couple of words for the heavyweight champion of the world, your hero, Sting.
Paul's got a lovely tan happening here.
I want you to be a little concerned. I like to see you upset.
I don't know what it is about this combo, but it makes it look like Sting's wearing jammies.
I'll tell you. I'll be
I didn't even put that together, but Justin, you slayed me. They're bad guys because that was a cheetah. Get it?
You know, the Black Scorpion and I being such good, close,
God,
personal, long-time
you would
friends,
know
we're-
Black Scorpion was
we were having a real
Paulie
pleasant conversation
because
the other day,
even with
and-
the voice
Shut up,
disguiser,
Quiet. Don't say a word. You're not my friend. You never have been. I don't care about you.
Paulie, don't say anything anti-Semitic.
But first, I'll eliminate Sting. And if you keep up with your lies, I may have to do something about you, too.
Moondog Buddy is a great name. Cecil's telling a story in the chat about a former Ontario indie guy named Moondog Buddy. Watched him have a match, walk backstage, sit down, and pull a full bag of chips out of his bag and just start eating.
Twisted as I am, he
Fantastic.
doesn't even like me. Sting, what have you gotten yourself into? Sting, you're in big trouble.
Missy Hyatt is the Black Scorpion. That would have worked better. And Sting's like, I can't hit a girl, and then she like turns him into a desk or something.
Okay, go out and turn left.
You run a more sophisticated passing game.
I got it.
You control more defensive players.
Watch my glasses.
And it's the only
Watch my glasses, get it? Because you play video games, you're a fucking nerd. Eddie Gilbert was never a possibility for the Black Scorpion.
Selected games free.
No.
Before you make that trip to Grandma's, before you unwrap those presents, treat your family to the hottest event of the holiday season.
Wait, is the voiceover guy the Black Scorpion?
Live on pay-per-view. Witness the ultimate confrontation between Sting and the Black Scorpion. The first ever tag team championship of the universe.
It does sound like Grizzly Smith.
Unforgettable gift for the entire family. Starrcade night.
Grizzly would have never turned a teenage girl into a tiger.
Sunday, December 16th.
Angel of Death. I don't think it was supposed to be Angel of Death, but he did play the Black Scorpion on house shows. As did old Al Perez. Squid Game Mario.
He's back. All you had to do.
The problem is the way they set up the teasers.
From Nintendo.
They couldn't have been anybody remotely not disappointing. Like, they pretty much outright said it was Warrior at the beginning. Like, and the way they did the reveal, where they rip off Flair's mask, the camera's not on him, he runs out of the cage, they go off the air with Jim Ross screaming, "It's Ric Flair!" Come on. Stick.
When you should be home.
Be proud of your angle.
New Formula
Your shitty little
44M,
angle.
The only one for coughs that relieves congestion, runny nose, and headache. It's the multi-symptom cough and cold medicine.
I couldn't miss our last class. I had to be sure 20 people I am very proud of become citizens of this country.
When you should be home, but you can't be home. New Vicks Formula 44M.
Before you make that trip to Grandma's, before you unwrap those presents, treat your family to the hottest event of the holiday season. Starrcade 90 Collision Course, live on pay-per-view.
Treat your family like these kids are going to come up with $25 to pay the cable systems. Was there a French team? I don't think there was a French team. There's a Canadian team with a dude who had a bear on his dinger.
The following tag team event is set for one fall. Introducing first team number 1 from New York.
Yeah, the second episode is the Sunday after Starrcade. Yes. Because the next episode is just like a clip show going into Starrcade. So we'd be watching like 80% old pay-per-view clips. There we go. The Nasty Boys, who were already out of the territory. Beef Wellington was in the 92 tag tournament with Chris Benoit. It was like Troy Montour, and I forget the name of the other guy. Like, they found some real obscure wrestlers for this thing. The Nasty Boys had already quit and gone to the WWF when this aired. They're the Renegade Warriors. Yeah, they'd already worked on WWF TV at this point. I know that Beef Wellington is the master of the ass punch, because I paid way too much money for shipping to get a Beef Wellington t-shirt in high school. It said Master of the Ass Punch. It's the classic Beef Wellington shirt with the picture of the cow getting punched in the ass on the front. And I wore it proudly to school, and I somehow never got in trouble for wearing a shirt to high school that said Master of the Ass Punch. Troy Montour and Danny Johnson. Yeah, seriously. There had to have been less obscure Canadians they could have gotten. Thank you, Yuki.
They are tough guys. They're just not on the Steiner's level.
Not comfortable with this. Bunch of drunk frat guys.
We're not going to talk about Florida State anymore. It's a nice school. They're going to go to the Blockbuster Bowl. They win. They get a case of tapes or something. This
they're doing the little thing.
This is for the running.
They're doing the little thing.
Everybody does FSU. They're doing the little arm thing.
I think Owen had just become available. And they probably could have gotten Benoit for it. Yeah, the South African team was not South African. Why is Missy being a racist? Are you talking about her Twitter likes in 2024 or a commentary here?
Ryan Knobs tags in Jerry Sag.
The kid.
Nasty Boys have a lot of ability. Outstanding combination. But they have gone 0 for their lifetime against the Steiners. They have yet to rack up the very first victory over the Steiner brothers. Missed the elbow there. And I think that you can see that they're a little bit off here in this match.
Why are we cutting to the crowd? It's bad enough we can hear it. I get it's 1990.
Still to come in our broadcast, the rematch from last Sunday's main event. The Motor City Madman and the G-Men will hook it up. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen,
Right, Cecil with the Beef Wellington story. Of course, they have the yearly Fighting Back charity show for the Canadian Cancer Society. You know, Uno does the stream, C4 runs the show. Great cause. They've raised so much money, thousands and thousands of dollars. Beef's wife had breast cancer at the time. She's good now. Beef pitched it at the show that he wanted to wrestle someone wearing a mask called Cancer. And he wanted it to be Cecil. But when Cecil asked him why the hell he said that, he just goes, it just obviously has to be you.
And we'll talk about that again about 7:15 tonight. Let's talk about that.
Oh,
that's 7:15 Eastern time.
Missy was in this weird ambiguous place where she would just kind of flip-flop like regularly between being a heel and a babyface for years, from like 1990 until pretty much when she joined the Nasty Boys in 93.
I mean, the National Enquirer would print some of that stuff.
That's my job. Somebody's got to do it. Inside journalist. And I don't even have to go in the dressing room like that. Lisa Olsen can get my suit.
High cross body. Chris Youngblood. And
not necessarily a tweener. She would be hardcore heel one week, hardcore babyface the next week. Just bounce back, and it's weird.
Boys right there.
You hear the fans? You know, I'm for the Renegade Warriors just because all the fans are so excited about them. I want them to win.
It's wild to me. The Nasty Boys were on WWF TV, and they aired this match.
I hear it all right.
And it's not like the Nasties are like looking bad. They're dominating.
Chris Youngblood, the younger of the two Youngblood brothers.
They didn't like do jobs on the way out. That was part of the deal. Well, they just left overnight.
Georgia starts at 7 o'clock, and we hope you will join us this Tuesday night at Center
Look at those
Stage
shitty little
right here in
steps.
Atlanta. Starts at 7 o'clock for Center Stage. It's
Like when you think of like the
located
giant
just a block
ass
from the Art Center, Marta Station.
steel steps that the big TV companies use these days. WCW had like a step ladder. Wow, Donald, that takes me back. Mike George, first wrestler you ever met. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. I'm glad it was the shoulder breaker because that was looking like a disaster in the making.
That's Chris Youngblood in there, comprising one half of the Renegade Warriors.
No, the tomahawk's bad enough, and then you do the thing, the war yell.
Hammerlock applied. Brian Knobs now takes the tag from Jerry Stagg.
That was cool. I liked that. Holding the guy's arm so you could do the running divorce court. That was sweet.
Going his way, seemingly. Teddy Long came out, insulted Ric Flair, did something. I couldn't see. It was off camera. And then Doom hit the ring on Arn Anderson. They posted Ric Flair. Flair grabs a chair. I think the end result in all this situation is this, is that Flair and Anderson will both be at 100% 1 week from tonight, even though they have removed themselves from a lot of television
just kicked him right in the nose. That's sweet.
We know now conclusively
Notice how many like
Flair will be at 100%
OnlyFans model chicks dress and have their hair look like the Nasty Boys now.
What might that be?
Like with the mullets, the dyed mullets,
well, I hope he gets
and like the yoga pants.
He certainly deserves one.
And this is absolutely what that is, Brian. It's a shit. We don't have enough footage to fill up this hour. Might as well air this thing. That's cool, B. Pinno. I used to have a shitload of like 90s sports cards. Like I just gave them away. I'm not actually a sports fan.
Wouldn't be surprised if they'd be back up there in New York City, rounding around for a
Look at how damn sweaty Brian Knobs
I don't
is.
think they want any more of the Steiner brothers. Steiners really have been training hard to represent the USA. 1 week from tonight, exclusively on pay-per-view at the very first Pat O'Connor International Tag Team Tournament. Snapmare. Chris Youngblood hanging tough here, as we said. Nasty Boys cannot put them away. And I'm sure they entered the contest heavily favored in this match, but we're moving on to about that 8-minute mark here right now. And the Renegade Warriors are competing and hanging in there. We have a very special broadcast here next Sunday night. A special Starrcade preview here next Sunday night. The very last word before next Sunday night Starrcade pay-per-view spectacular. Nice move there by Youngblood.
And I think I'm going to have my Christmas list here, but I don't know if I'm going to bring it next week or the next week. I don't know.
Matches up today, someone would scoff and say they aren't working the hard cam. That's right, this whole thing about working the hard cam, don't get me started on that. That's like a relatively new thing.
Bringing Mark Youngblood into the match, giving the Nasty Boys the opportunity to double team.
The concept for years and years and years of television wrestling was the cameras are supposed to follow you, not the other way around.
Getting ready to experience a Boston Crab or something.
And then Vince McMahon won the Monday Night War, and his way became the way, and you gotta bug up his butt about everybody working towards one direction.
Good tag team strategy. Going into the hammerlock.
And now it's being preached like it was a thing in the 1950s with Gorgeous
Referee
George.
Randy Anderson checking with Chris Youngblood to see if he wants to give it up.
And that's another thing. So many dudes in the 90s did super kicks. Like, that move was wasted. Shawn Michaels himself would spam the super kick at times.
6:05. We'll see Doom in another street fight exhibition.
Like not when he made it his finisher, but like you watch those Rockers matches, they're throwing super kicks left and right.
This coming Saturday morning on the Power Hour. There's a tag. Here comes Mark Youngblood. His brother falls to the floor. Good drop kick.
Dude, I think they call it Rot Week now, the week between Christmas and New Year's. It's a lawless land when it comes to food and times. You eat that oatmeal at 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, I've seen world-class matches where Chris Adams would just throw out the super kick and it wouldn't be the finish.
Right into our cameraman, right into the security railing.
Why the fuck is this match so long?
He had him pinned right there. Had him up.
And look, the WWF team comes out victorious. Yes, the Nasties were already on WWF TV when this aired.
I don't know if they're going to get away with it.
No, they're not. You're gone.
There you see the referee, Mike.
Wait, are they switching the finish?
He saw what happened. Mark Youngblood had.
All right. Wait, was she a heel 3 minutes ago?
Suplex position when he was tripped by Brian Knobs on the outside. They may reverse it, and they are.
Shellcracker. If Hogan could get his foot up that high behind his head. No, they started December of 90 in the WWF. I'm pretty sure they had a match aired by this
point.
point.
The Nasty Boys are taking back over on the Young Indian team.
Like, whether or not you want to restart or switch the decision, they pinned your team. Okay, they had debuted at a TV taping they had not yet aired, but they were in the WWF. The NWA knew they were gone, and they were still like, yeah, let's air this. They aren't going to wrestle the Steiners at the house shows. Oh, shit. Brian Knobs and Rick Steiner are beating the fuck out of each other.
The Nasty Boys are running up the aisle.
See, if they were smart, Jim Ross would come back and be like, they chased those boys all the way to Stamford.
World Championship Wrestling.
And he would do that laugh, too.
Galactic proportions. Starrcade 90 Collision Course. A live pay-per-view spectacular. On December 16th,
Instead of, like, creating interesting stories to climax at this show, their method of selling it was just to air this commercial over and over and over again. Hey, Methods World.
Facing a masked menace from his past.
Yeah, Super Kick Hogan and Hogan with you. Oh, you got me, brother.
The Black Scorpion. Plus, the first
yeah, this time, Peter, there was Power Hour, Worldwide Saturday Night Main Event, and Pro.
Tag teams from around the cosmos. The battle continues as Lex Luger and Stan Hansen go.
Yes, Motor City Madman, who's so shitty. The guy who sees Brian Knobbs, he's like, someday I hope to be that good.
Pay-per-view spectacular, Sunday, December 16th.
It's a shame that they did not invite
And thanks for staying with us, everyone.
aliens.
Now, in just a few moments, Z-Man, Motor City Madman.
Z-Man.
The Motor City Madman fell to the Z-Man, Missy.
Well, the Z-Man might have been lucky, but he can't.
There were two. It was a tag team originally.
Well, let's go back to last week's broadcast
And then
show you what happened. Remember,
when
this altercation
Paul
started out very
and this
innocently
guy got
as far
in
as
cahoots
the Z-Man
about
was concerned,
coming
it
in,
escalated into last
the
week's
other guy just
feature
fell off the
event
face
right
of the
here on
planet.
Main Event. Let's go back to that program last week and show you the exciting conclusion of that matchup. Z-Man fighting back with all he's got here. He gives away almost 100 pounds to the Motor City Madman.
And like the thing about the Motor City Madman,
Z-Man goes right behind.
it's not like he even like looked impressive. He was tall, but he just looked like a fucking schlubby ass warehouse associate, you know? Like he looked like he was trained to run a forklift, but not like he could kick anyone's ass. Like you didn't see Motor City Madman walking down the street like, oh shit, that's a wrestler. No, you'd be like, oh shit, that's the guy that's good at sports trivia.
Television championship. You say the Z-Man can't make it 2 in a row? Oh, yeah, good. Thank God for that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's now go to the ring. The Z-Man and the Madman.
The Z-Man and the Madman.
It is a special return
That's a sitcom.
Introducing first from Detroit, Michigan.
I'm the Detroit dipshit. Also, I love that he didn't bother doing anything with his hair. It is a mess. Like, it just adds to the whole I just woke up aesthetic.
Taking advantage of the moment. He's got to be quick tonight because
He thinks he looks like the coolest dude in the world with that leather jacket and no shirt. He looks like a dad who throws on like his teenage son stuff and walks around the house to like make his wife laugh. Like, hey, look at me. He is the original Paul Heyman guy. Yes, Peter Crawford. The Z-Man versus the guy who looks like he knows a lot about the Red Wings. Yes.
All my girlfriends go crazy over him.
He is a very handsome young man. There's no doubt about it.
Talking about the Madman. Yeah, Paul's eye for talent got a bit better.
This man that outweighs him over 100 pounds.
Holy shit, that was a bad punch he threw.
Surprisingly goes to fisticuffs and then follows it
And he's like not that much bigger than the Z-Man. Maybe a couple inches taller.
And get ready to fight because the Z-Man is going to go for it all right here.
Harley Davidson. I love when Harley Davidson comes up in the chat. Why is he the Z-Man? Because his name's Tom Zink. Like that Rob Schneider character in SNL. The Z-Man, the Z-Meister. They should have called him the Z-Meister. That would have been way better than the Z-Man. And of course, Terry Funk would call him the Z-Man.
We'll be giving you the final word right here next Sunday night on a very special.
How did WCW get away with calling him the Motor City Madman? They just did it. Same reason why the Steiners used to come up to Welcome to the Jungle. Same reason why they used to have job guys named the Punisher.
I just said he was going to be
They just didn't care. You just call him Barry? Come on, Barry!
To the corner. And he nails him with the right hand. They get 3 times.
This genuinely looks like Z-Man's wrestling a fan.
Across body. He may have him here, but the big man powered out. Motor City Madman. Well over 300 pounds. 350 range at least.
Yeah, but he's not tight like the Z-Man.
He's not tight like the Z. We need more commentators talking about the tightness of the wrestlers.
He's really been on a roll.
That Arn Anderson's looking real loose.
That's what I'm sitting here looking at that Z-Man.
You're daydreaming or fantasizing or something. You should be concentrating on that. There's a knee right to the chest. He went in right to the chest. That knee right above the heart was the Motor City Madman.
Like, and then he falls down doing a backbreaker.
With power moves and high impact.
Oh my gosh.
Working on the lower back. The Z-Man's
I'm crying.
Regroup here. Show some offense. Man, he's been one of the hottest competitors since
Z-Man wrestled Brian Lee, I think, at the Clash of the Champions the month before. And there was that funny spot where Brian Lee was nowhere near him when he went for the blind crossbody.
You know, I'll let him cry on my shoulder.
Yeah, you predicted he's going to lose. I don't know. I think your prediction looks pretty good right now.
I always love a heel that's just willing to commit murder in front of the referee.
All over the Southeast. Omni here in Atlanta on Christmas night. It's the annual holiday spectacular.
And if you live in Buffalo, you can come on down here too for the spectacular in Atlanta at Christmas night.
Wait, how did that happen?
Z-Man brings the big man right outside.
What happened there?
Shoulder right into the ring post. That may be the deciding factor.
He was throwing Z-Man out of the ring, and all of a sudden, one of his legs. I'm so confused. Also, Z-Man's underwear's hanging out of his tights.
He missed him in the corner. Z-Man quickly moves out of the way. Right hand.
Got one butt cheek free. Oh my gosh, he doesn't know how to run the ropes.
He got all of that one. But I think the big man is a little bit winded here. Z-Man in much better condition.
Yes.
Up on top. Drop kick from the top rope. Can the Z-Man make it 2 in a row? 1, 2, 3, does.
And here's the thing. The Motor City Madman was in a higher profile match at Starrcade than the Z-Man. Motor City Madman teamed with Curtis Hughes to wrestle the Skyscrapers. They were supposed to look like these big, tough monster badasses.
Over 100 pounds larger.
And Z-Man's up beating him twice in a row.
That's amazing.
He's a tremendous athlete. Fans, when we come back,
Incident 73. Thank you so much for the sub. Tip of the cap.
We'll have
Tip of the
that
cap.
on the main event right after this. Time out.
Merry New Year to you. Incident.
Hope you enjoyed the program here, ladies and gentlemen. We're just 1 week away from Starrcade 90 exclusively on pay-per-view.
Shout out Brian Zane, the real Z-Man, the last Z-Man standing.
Red. What red?
Yeah, but like, what about neckline? Should I go like up here because it's like winter, or should I go like down here?
Well, you know, I've been thinking about that, and I think the down here is probably the better idea of the two, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we'll see what Missy wears.
That's what a cowboy emoji looks like, friends.
The case may be, and we'll see you Saturday morning on the Power Hour.
I always loved this graphic set, this intro/outro with the rope swooping around and stuff. A little bit, I could see a little bit of Mama Wine there with the turtleneck and the blonde hair, absolutely. Shout out Super Hair 3. All right, so before we go into the second episode of what we're watching tonight, like I said in the chat before we started, this is the last Monday night stream. We're back on our normal schedule this Sunday for a new Off the Grid. Here's what we'll be watching Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Asked some friends of mine to come up here to get their thoughts on it. War Eagle, Chris Chavis, Bo Reagan, and of course Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
All right, so that is Sunday at 8 p.m. I know the audio is a little low. I'm not sure what happened there. I had it cranked up all the way. But that'll be what we watch this Sunday on Off the Grid. The North American Wrestling Association, a.k.a. South Atlantic. It's weird, and we're here to be weird with it.
Everyone, and welcome to TBS and the main event.
So again, this is 2 weeks after the last show we watched, because again, the week after, it's pretty much just a clip show.
Starrcade, including, you'll see Terry Taylor and Michael Wall Street one-on-one.
Well, that's right, and Ms. York has compiled my...
Wouldn't be this show at this time without Terry Taylor in a feature match.
Your Christmas list. Ladies and gentlemen, one man that probably doesn't want anything for Christmas. He hasn't been a real good boy this year. That's Big Sid Vicious. He's
right. Sid Vicious did not want Christmas presents. Because he is mean. Bow, bow, well. Yes, Off the Grid is on the same level as Wrestle Kingdom and the Raw Netflix debut. Thank you, Stephen J. Neptune, man. Didn't even put a space between that poor guy's. Oh my god, poor Johnny Reeves is going to get killed. Oh no, that's a child. That is an actual child. Oh no. Why is Sid all sweaty looking? Oh, I really like wrestling children.
One of the horsemen, 6'9", 321, now telling the fans.
What is happening? That fan is just like throwing dirty laundry at Sid. What? What?
What a clothesline.
Marco Stunt Sr.
Johnny Reeves and the splat on the
Johnny
there, on that mat,
is Johnny Reeves aware of what wrestling is? It's the new shit that's right. Cecil with the deep cut. Sid and PCO. Oh my gosh. Johnny Reeves looks like a tiny little, like, super church reverend.
Christmas night, just a couple of days away. 8 o'clock's the starting time, the big holiday spectacular.
And if you rush your mailbox, you can still get my present here on time.
Johnny Reeves sent for the ride.
Oh my gosh, please don't kill him. Oh!
Just kicked down.
Yes, I snorted.
You gotta hand it to him as far as
this is great.
Didn't use a lot of common sense in signing this contract.
I wonder what
Oh! Total Richard Simmons. Yes, you guys.
He probably doesn't want anything. You know, he's the kind of guy that saw what happened with him and Norman yesterday in the World Championship.
He is the greatest American hero guy. Look at what happened to me. Got my ass kicked by Sid.
Trying to pass out toys and surprises to the kids in the Santa Claus suit.
Whoever put the lineup together in that locker room is just cruel.
Absolutely no class. He has no.
Okay, that was way more gentle than it could have been.
In the ring until he can learn to conduct himself with a little bit of professionalism.
God, his traps are the same size as his head. His head just looks like a third shoulder.
It's too bad his brain isn't the size of his body.
Was he gonna say? Too bad his brain ain't the size of his dick.
Right to the corner. Had this match in the bag all the way. And here is the power bomb. Indeed, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Fascinating maneuver.
A fascinating maneuver.
Still to come, the Big Cat, our Starrcade report, and the rematches from Starrcade, all next.
I always love the breakdown in that song. Next, the Big Cat. It's that Cheetah. Oh, the Wrestling Hotline. They wouldn't put WCW's name on it, so it would be it wouldn't be seen as partial. Even though almost every correspondent on the hotline was a WCW contracted personality. Steve Beverly, who later went on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Game show expert Steve Beverly. Never know what the day will bring.
When your body responds to sudden stress, Sure responds on demand. Lights. Sure's on-demand formula helps keep you dry.
Isn't it better to talk face-to-face? Schedule January.
And all those people that were sitting at home like, man, I need a shampoo that'll help me do business reports. Wonder what the most anybody's ever spent on the WCW hotline, says Rough Says Wizards. I know my parents got a bill once. It wasn't just the WCW hotline. My parents got a bill for like almost $300. But they also knew the life hack with the hotlines, which is where you could just call in and tell the phone company, hey, my kid did this without my permission, and they would take it off. Like, that was an actual law.
No, not another.
It was a policy that all the phone companies had to follow for the 800 numbers. That's why 800 numbers went out of business. That and the internet.
$5 book of Burger King gift certificates. Give the certificates to friends for great tasting Burger King food, and use the free long distance to call anyone you like. So get fiber optic communication and ring in the holidays with
Fiber optic communication.
At Burger King, sometimes you've got to break the rules.
Get it, fiber? You're gonna shit yourself?
City at 351 pounds.
Hey, Orion. The Big Cat. Get it? Because he's wearing cat print.
Along with Missy Hyatt back with you.
Big Cat coming out to the pay-per-view theme song.
And in the ring, his opponent from Iowa City, Iowa, at 220 pounds, Jamie McKinnon.
Jamie McKinnon. Oh my gosh, this guy is the subject of a true crime documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, but Florida State's going to the Blockbuster Bowl.
Whoopee, that's a big deal, man.
Whoopee. When your college bowl game is so shitty that Jim Ross shits on it, that's when you know it sucks.
Don't forget, fans, that advance tickets are still available for the Christmas Night Spectacular in the Omni. And if you fans are driving in from out of town, remember it starts at 8
Oh my gosh. Oh my. That was a little too easy, that lift.
The box office at the Omni will be open for your ticket purchase.
Now, hopefully Curtis Hughes stays awake for this match. So far, oh my gosh. Kick that poor dude right in the ear. I would say Jamie McKinnon's the pervert of the week so far. Oh! But he's somehow a better wrestler than the Motor City Madman.
Plus Lex Luger, Z-Man, Brian Pillman, Junkyard Dog, the Steiners, the Freebirds, my favorite band, and Michael Wall Street. This is great.
Big Cat wrecking at the face, Jamie McKinnon.
He grabbed the rope. Okay, good. You're actually making him break.
Two rematches from last Sunday's phenomenal event in St. Louis, Starrcade 90. It will be Beautiful Bobby taking on the Z-Man, plus Terry Taylor will meet Michael Wall Street, and we'll also take a look at Big Van Vader wrestling two men.
Oh gosh, we got a Vader squash coming up.
Well. And remember, there is no danger zone in this broadcast. Due to our
he tried to dodge that drop kick. It did not work.
Because Paulie shouldn't be on my show, the main event show.
Well, you.
That's final.
Right. Well, I don't think so.
Well, I did. That's all it counts.
Well, first
nothing looks funnier than a bad European uppercut.
When we don't have a special report like the Starrcade.
Like, I love bad European uppercuts. It just kind of looks like one of those Brady Bunch dance moves.
1-900-909-9900 and write me letters because Wednesday night's my night. And I read letters and talk about all the wrestlers. And I stooge on all of them, too.
I stooge on all of them.
Golly, that's surprising. And Big Cat, so dominant here. He and the Motor City Madman have signed to take on...
Yeah, Curtis Hughes could move. He was a good athlete.
This Christmas night in the Omni, 8 o'clock, remember, is that starting time.
Yeah, just like Japanese people don't use the Japanese arm drag, European wrestlers typically don't do the European uppercut.
You what?
I don't trust him.
It's a conundrum, I say.
I don't know that much about him.
Oh my goodness, a boxer using European... Is that even legal in boxing? To hit somebody with the inside crook of your elbow?
Nice power slam by the Big Cat.
Imagine, like, in an MMA fight, somebody busts out a European uppercut. Oh, here we go, the torture rack. Because they were building him up to wrestle Luger. And Canadians don't do Canadian destroyers, except for Petey. Petey Williams did do a Canadian destroyer. He invented it.
And in just a few moments, get your pencil and paper handy. We'll tell you how you can subscribe to the Wrestling Wrap-Up. The Big Cat in the Omni.
Hey, that's the weird thing about the WCW adjacent journalistic endeavors at this point. They didn't put their name on the magazine or the hotline. The magazine was the Wrestling Wrap-Up. And then in really tiny print, it said, the official magazine of World Championship Wrestling.
The talking is done.
The time to act is now. Bring the action of World Championship Wrestling right to your door by subscribing to the Wrestling Wrap-Up. Act now and get a year's subscription to wrestling's most informative news monthly for just $24.95. That's more than 50% off the cover price.
Ghost of Bert Prentice, thank you for the sub, baby.
So subscribe now by calling 404-827-4048 to charge by Visa or MasterCard.
That phone number now is probably like somebody's house. Hello, Patrick. Glad to have you. Stay tuned for the Starrcade 90 report. Meadowlands
Arena, 8 o'clock. Ric Flair, Sting, and the Steiners. Thursday, January 3rd, New Orleans Municipal Auditorium.
All good, Ghost of Bert Prentice. Glad to have you.
Barry Windham. On Tuesday, January.
There's the house show promos where they just advertise one or two wrestlers per show.
Sunday, December 30th, Chicago, UIC Pavilion, 8 o'clock. Big Van Vader, Michael Wall Street, and Dick the Bruiser. On Saturday, December 29th.
Just casually advertising Dick the Bruiser like he's one of the guys on the roster.
Friday the 28th, Memorial Coliseum, Jacksonville, 8 o'clock. Sting, Barry Windham, and Arn Anderson. Thursday the 27th.
Look, those are the only three wrestlers that'll be there if you show up.
Kelly Dante, Freebirds. Wednesday the 26th, Columbia, the Township.
The Township. That just sounds like a house.
The Omni in Atlanta, Sting, Flair, Doom. Yes, a great holiday spectacular Christmas night in Atlanta.
Yeah, I didn't understand the order. It was kind of reverse chronological order, but I feel like they kind of looped back around
I wouldn't go on
at one
living with you if
point.
you were dipped in platinum. But to look at them, you'd think everything was fine. Nothing's gonna hurt me anymore.
I think they thought he was going to move the
Anybody
needle,
leave this
Dick the
room, I've
Bruiser.
lost my purse.
Send for the dog.
But spoiler alert, he did not.
Cary Grant and Irene Dunn in one of our favorite movies, The Awful Truth.
Yeah, I've always heard that the Omni was not the nicest building.
Introducing the new wrestling hotline.
I don't like the Cow Palace.
Matt Watts with Steve Beverly, Missy Hyatt,
Missy Hyatt.
Lex Luger, the Jim Ross Report, Paul E. Dangerously, 1-900-909-9900, the wrestling hotline, your main line to the stars. $2 first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. Kids 18 and under obtain your parents' permission before calling. 1-900-909-9900. Dial it.
We went over this at the meeting.
Of course, the only Google results for that number are WCW. Thank you, Refs' Wizards. Looking that up for us.
I'm an insensitive wow.
We can change that.
Well, I recognize that because of your...
I'm sorry, what?
Whatever, your pH.
Your pH.
Because you're a woman.
You're a rare... a woman. Your armpits are weaker than mine. Duh.
A woman.
Secret. Strong enough for a man, but pH balanced for a woman.
Oh, that's when they actually served bread. That was legally recognized as bread.
Take home a sub with lean Oscar Mayer ham or roast beef and be a hero.
Be a hero. Go to Subway.
You begin with raw steel. Shape it with fire, muscle, and sweat.
Oh, this is a supplement commercial.
Polish it to razor-sharp perfection.
Polish it real good. Polish it up and down. They're very fast. Oh no, it's not a supplement commercial. It's the Marines.
To be Marines.
Welcome back to the main event. Jim Ross and Missy Hyatt back with you. Getting ready to go to our Starrcade 90 report. It was a great time last Sunday in St. Louis.
It sure was. I met fans from all over the world. You know, and even signed a bunch of autographs.
Are you selling your autographs again?
Well, 'tis the season.
Selling your autographs again, Missy.
So still to come, her Christmas list. That should be a real...
Yeah, back in this time, it was looked down upon for wrestlers to charge fans money for those things.
This is a special Starrcade report. We're here at the Kiel Auditorium in St.
Okay,
Louis,
Gordon.
Missouri, where just moments ago, Starrcade
Get that
90
it's
ended. And
you need to
what
do
a
the
night of
Starrcade report, but there's a whole third grade class that
One of
needs
the
to take school
outstanding
pictures
series
right behind
matches
you.
was
Hurry
the
up.
Annual Pat O'Connor International Tag Team Championship Memorial Tournament. And I might point out, it was the Steiners, the U.S. team against the Japanese in the final and main event for the title. Here's what happened.
Here's what happened. Gordon Sully's gonna scold you. Sexual. I'm sure Gordon wanted to do a sexual Starrcade report, and they're like, no.
Certainly one of the greatest
That's
matches
it.
I've seen in my years in professional wrestling.
They did 7 matches for that tournament. That's the only highlight they were able to show.
Now, let's turn our attention to the U.S. Heavyweight Championship and the fact that Lex Luger went in under Hansen's terms. And
Gordon looks like
for a moment, it looked
he's been
like
prepared
it
for
was
his
not going to
casket.
prevail for Lex Luger. But then justice finally did prevail, and here's what happened as Lex Luger returned to the title.
What a cool looking match. 2 men pulling on a rope. I'm Gordon Sully, and I have an Everclear soaked tampon in my butthole. Thank you, Brian.
The ref, he cut the post. He did it, but the referee, I don't think, saw it.
You say he's won the match.
Even in highlight form, this match just looks confusing. Also, when the bull rope is longer than the area of the ring, bullshit, the whole thing looks silly.
Wait a minute. No way. Referee Randy Anderson saw it all. Luger with a clothesline.
Yeah, he won the rope game. Yeah.
Well, certainly kudos
He
to
touched
Lex
all the
Luger, who overcame
things.
tremendous obstacles
God,
to
I hate
regain
those type of
the
matches.
US Heavyweight Championship. It looked for a moment like he wasn't going to get it back, but he has. Now we have to move on to the World Heavyweight Championship and this lengthy campaign by Scorpion to unnerve and destroy.
By Scorpion, that's
emotionally
Black Scorpion to you.
Sting. Well, the match was in a
Unless you're his
steel cage.
friend.
All of the odds seemed against Sting. But watch it, this
That looks like an actual clothesline. Yeah, that thing was
turn of
huge.
events.
The Black Scorpion. Here come the Steiners. They got some bolt cutters or something.
They better have some CPR skills. I think it's over.
Yeah, because Sting's gonna die, apparently. What?
Back to his feet. Grabbing the mask.
Or he couldn't be trusted to say black. Gordon doesn't see color. Bob Caudle did. I mean, his boss, Jesse Elm, sure did.
Who is it? It's got blonde hair.
It's got blonde hair.
Long hair. Who is it?
It has blonde hair.
We got 30 seconds. It's Ric Flair.
It's Ric Flair.
Flair. It's Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Ric Flair's pronouns are it's.
A personal comment, if you will. I've known and respected Ric Flair as a world champion for a number of years. There have none been greater. However, what he has perpetrated, along with the Horseman, on Sting,
He wore a fucking mask and did magic tricks.
is most reprehensible.
How dare he? How dare that scumbag turn a teenage girl into a cheetah? How dare he?
That's our start.
How dare he talk like this into a voice modulator?
Certainly a night that none of us will forget in St. Louis. Great hospitality. We want to thank the folks again.
I agree with you, Refs as
Don't
Wizards.
forget this. I got my Christmas list.
Like, yeah, the show was wacky and weird. Oh, hey, we're doing a comedy bit.
Tiffany's on here. We have Chanel. We have Neiman Marcus. Oh, but I don't need any earrings because these are tapestry. Aren't they gorgeous?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs.
Al Perez played the Black Scorpion a few times. But yeah, he was like, I'm not going to do jobs.
Big rematch from Starrcade is next. I know you want everything.
Yeah, that's the thing about that reveal is Flair just bolts out of the ring. You don't get to see him. He doesn't do my face. He doesn't do any of that. They went off the air about 10 seconds after he got the mask ripped off.
Tetris they want to play. And it's not just in Russia.
Oh, Brian.
All over the world, it's Tetris. Whatever happened to the unicycle and the ball?
D-Man versus Bobby eating the pussy.
It's really
yes.
tough to find products that meet the standards of Vidal Sassoon's worldwide salons.
That's where we prefer.
Yeah, here's the shampoo commercial I got for you, Brian. A bunch of Europeans sitting around, fumbling with ladies' hair.
Spray again on dry hair, and it holds like a hairspray. Vidal Sassoon's form and finish, created for women who use both mousse and hairspray. Vidal Sassoon, if you don't look good, we don't look good.
Where did the third person come from? It was just the two guys.
Having a party.
Did you pick the music?
8 guests, friends.
Spinning.
The food, the music.
Spinning.
Nothing was left to chance. When
Always. This guy's obnoxious. I hope she punches him.
We don't have time for spots.
You don't have time for spots. So use
Spinning, but he didn't do dishes.
spots away.
Maybe they'll be late.
Maybe.
Imagine
Chances. Use Cascade.
of your own free will going to that guy's house. That is this Skull and Crossbones, that fraternity that the Bushes went to.
Proud men, men of adventure, men of courage, men who knew the meaning of honor. There still are.
Men of honor.
We're looking for a few good men.
Jenny's coming over.
Ugh, little city.
She thinks you like her.
Ugh,
That's pretty
a
sad.
girl.
She's cute.
A girl's coming over.
Minus the zits. Someone should tell her.
So say something.
Like what? Try one of these? They work for my sister?
Yeah, they really wanted wrestling fans with their crazy allergies and bad skin to join the Marines.
Fewer pimples, clearer skin, or your money back.
Hi.
Jenny?
Jenny? Boner?
Stay clear, guaranteed.
The trilogy is back on video cassette. Star Wars.
The trilogy. How dare they? Didn't even say what trilogy.
Return of the Jedi.
Soon the rebellion will be crushed and young Skywalker will be one of us.
Skywalker.
Get alongside that one.
This holiday season, give the limited edition trilogy gift pack and own the stars for the best price ever. Also available separately at $19.98 each.
Sorry, I just got something texted to me. Apparently, Claudio Castagnoli wrestled one of the dudes from the Bloodhound Gang in Germany a couple weeks ago. Crazy. Bobby Eaton dressed more like a magician than the actual magician wrestler, the Black Scorpion. Like, why did nobody accuse him of being the Black Scorpion with that jacket? Look at that mullet. Holy cow.
This match has been quickly signed by our promoters.
The fake Minute Express song is so funny.
Never mind.
Is there someone famous like me?
Yeah. I love that the only lyrics to the song are yeah. Total babyface stuff. They have the world's most obnoxious singer, that guy from that commercial. Spinning. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't exactly determined that way.
Yeah, you could understand what the Black Scorpion was saying, even with the voice modulator. So yeah, of course it couldn't be Bobby.
Babe-like body on the line against the enforcer of the Horseman, Arn Anderson, for the World Television title. That'll be this.
Take care of that jacket, Bobby. It's very nice. Knowing Bobby had also had like thread and band-aids and tape in it. Bobby, you can't do crowd work. They don't know what you're saying.
Christmas night in the Omni has been a long tradition in Atlanta, and we hope that you fans will join us. Will be available at the box office right up into match time. If you choose to get your tickets in advance, you can do so by dropping by Turtles Records and Tapes, Coconut Records, and selected Eckerd stores. And, of course, all Ticketmaster outlets, obviously.
Yes, and the Z-Man's going to be there for all the ladies.
Yeah, this is like Cornette and Stanley had just left, so Bobby's like, shit, I have to talk now.
Live in Midtown. I guess you might enjoy it. Collar and elbow tie.
Merry Christmas from TBS.
Nice arm drag takeover by the Z-Man. Beautiful Bobby up. Kind of fell on his hip a little bit wrong there, trying to break his fall.
Of course, you know all those right ways you can fall on your hip.
Collar and elbow tie up again. Oh, good.
Oh, go.
Very quickly with the advantage. And Eaton trying to reach for the ropes. Yeah, you get hurt right there. He says, "You're breaking my arm."
Why is Bobby Eaton suddenly the funniest wrestler? Here come on, goddamn!
Gets to the rope.
Oh, go.
And gets a clean break from the Z-Man.
Speaking of breaking somebody's arm, I'm ready to break Paulie Dangerously's arm.
My.
About not getting the danger zone.
Well, we're not. I'll tell you, no. He is picketing.
He is basically wearing a can of yellow, mellow yellow, yes. Dusty Rhodes picking him up by the ankles and chugging
And
him.
we're not going to go take a look at it.
Of course not. Why should we?
Bobby Eaton is a South Park character.
That we think about him, that we care about him, but I don't care about him. He's a whiner, a complainer.
Why did Bobby Eaton punch the turnbuckle? He didn't move.
No, he gets on my nerves.
You know, when you two guys are together, you could almost be the Weiner cousins. Wayne and Wendy Weiner. Missy and Paul. I'm glad.
I don't whine. I don't complain. I don't give people headaches. Excuse me.
Pass the Tylenol.
I kind of get the feeling Jim Ross always wanted Missy and Paul to like get married. The way he would always play up their tension on commentary, even when they were feuding.
Yeah, you can see where your mind is. Go take a cold shower, will you?
What happened last week?
Still to come in our program, Big Van Vader is here, plus the rematch number 2 from Starrcade is Terry.
Always drove me nuts that Bobby's rainbow never lined up on his tights.
With the advantage on the Z-Man here on the main event. So happy you're with us, Jim Ross and Missy Hyde, and right here next week will be the best.
Did I like
We've got a very special
suddenly gain Bobby Eaton Whisperer powers? Like, I can understand him. It's crazy. Ask him.
To be the best of the bustiers. So please be watching.
Going to end the year with a big bang, huh?
That's right.
Oh, Jim.
Buster Bowl weekend.
I'm sure that'll probably the wives and the
Anybody surprised that these two ended up fucking later?
Watching that show next Sunday night.
Of course, I'm
Beautiful Bobby again
talking about Bobby Eaton and Tom Zink. No.
Very patiently, and I'm impressed that he hasn't broken his concentration, staying focused on
Bobby Eaton's mullet is pretty powerful. It's a strong, almost S-tier mullet.
Z-Man can break my concentration anytime.
Big Van Vader on the program to wrestle 2 men. Should be most interesting. Z-Man retaliating with that kick, and Eaton showed both men colliding. They really smacked each other.
Yeah, Z-Man kind of seems like he'd be a starfish in bed. Whereas Bobby's like doing shit off the bedposts and really selling.
Turnbuckle and pops him with a right hand.
Brent, like I said, it was Jim Ross and Missy Hyatt. They hooked up during the pandemic. They've admitted it.
Offensively belongs to beautiful Bobby Eaton.
I don't even think we need a female referee for that. Get a really horny referee of any gender or lack thereof,
Well, Z-Man can't rely on his looks to win this match.
and have them get romantically involved. Alabama hog drop.
It's going to be Wednesday, January 30th at 8:05 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, he did, Brent. Yes, he did. They've both talked about it.
Live in prime time on Wednesday
They were very lonely during the pandemic, and one thing led to another. And
as the weeks progress here on TBS.
I love the Clash of Champions series.
Right hand by the Z-Man. Back into the side headlock, and again they...
How do the physics of that work?
It sounded like a gun going
They kind of tap shoulders and then both go flying out of the ring on opposite sides.
better of the situation.
Yeah, and you talk about headaches. Now that's headaches.
Oh, right there. Nice.
I don't think Nick Patrick knows how to be horny.
Into the post. They're going to be counted out here if they don't get back in the ring. They're both on the apron.
Oh my gosh, Bobby.
Elevated over the rope.
He just took a backdrop over the camera operator. How is that a count out? If they were like in and out, and I'm a DQ. But even then, they were on the apron. Over the top rope shouldn't count if they aren't in the damn ring. What a weird.
The Wrestling Hotline, your main line to the stars. $2 first minute, 45 cents.
Oh my gosh. What a finish. Yeah, that match was getting a little long on the tooth, but hey, somebody could have been pinned. You know. Yes. So please do an over the top rope DQ without being in the ring.
Now on video cassette, Brian Dennehy has dreams.
Brian Dennehy, an all-time great in this sport.
Dean's list at Penn State for the second straight time.
And hey, it's Matt Damon.
Dreams his son can't fulfill.
And they're going to quit school.
Piper Laurie.
I don't believe you're doing this.
And Brian Dennehy star in Rise.
They had to mention Brian Dennehy's name multiple times so that you knew, hey, you have to get this. And it's a Turner Home Entertainment movie.
Back with a brand new sister.
Hey, Julie, welcome to the outside.
Look who's fucking talking.
Join them as they discover the wonders of family.
You're gonna be Julie's big brother.
All right.
Yeah, Nick Patrick, I could see being horny for concepts, but not people. Like the concept of riding a bike.
And share the joy of togetherness.
Where's your nose?
Give me a minute.
Man, this is cute.
Look who's talking. 2, rated PG-13. No
Like, they made millions of dollars out of figuring out how to artificially generate babies talking.
Time out. I'm quarterbacking another.
Time out. Enough of this bullshit. I'm Joe Montana.
And since I don't like being rushed, we're taking extra time to perfect my game.
I watched there's a documentary on Max about Madden. And the Madden creators were like, yeah, we got called up a couple weeks before release, and Sega's like, we need to put out this Joe Montana game, but we don't have anything. We fired the creators. Can you just like do it? And so like they took a bunch of shit out of Madden and sent it to the Sega folks for the Joe Montana game.
You can get a spot phone for $26.99 with a proof of purchase from 7-Up.
Hello? Dasher, it's for you.
We went over this.
Yeah, that is funny. Joe Montana's like, hold on, Sega, you're moving too fast.
No, that's not the same thing.
I'm an insensitive lout.
We can change that.
Well, I recognize that because of
And this asshole shaming his lady for having weak ass armpits.
Wonderful.
They aren't sweaty enough for him.
A woman.
Secret. Strong enough for a man, but pH balanced for a woman.
Oh, Wilson from Home Improvement was in Rising Sun. That's something you can never do these days. Is like a Wilson gimmick on a sitcom.
Get up to 15 minutes
because you could just Google his face. Cool Spot does sound like a magazine for like lunches and shit.
For great tasting Burger King food.
Yes.
And use the free long distance to
Burger
call anyone
Bucks.
you like. So get fiber optic communication and ring in the holidays with Burger King. For great gift ideas,
I have to think there was like an independent promoter at that time who paid his guys in Burger Bucks.
Wrestling fans, the following contest is set for one fall.
Boom.
It's a special handicap match. Introducing first from the
I do not know because I haven't seen that much Big Bang Theory. Like here and there, that sounds like a thing.
Very, very unusual athlete.
Here we go. God, that's so cool.
This man, Missy, has become the tag team partner in some big holiday events with Lex Luger.
Here, zoom out so we can see the whole thing.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how they mesh.
Oh, Paul Lee. Pauline Barry DeVille.
Barry Sedan DeVille.
Yeah, because you know Lex Luger is like awesome body, and this guy. Ew.
This guy's oof. Vader is very fuckable, Missy. Very fuckable.
Big Van Vader. Lex Luger, I think, make a very imposing team. And if it's a big cat in the Motor City,
oh gosh.
or whomever it may be, they're going to have
It's so weird watching Vader matches from this era with the New Japan mask. It just feels weird. It feels wrong. Vader has a splotch. He has the Dusty Rhodes splotch on his titty.
And had that big old Van Vader just sit on his squish it.
Oh, jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely excited about the great holiday season. We all have a lot to be thankful for. We want to wish a very special Merry Christmas to all the
Yeah, I love Vader's little dance.
families of our fighting men and women in the Persian Gulf and Operation Desert Shield.
Hey, Crandomaniac, yes. Oh, we've gotten so much weirder than that tonight, my friend.
Certainly we have a lot to be thankful for.
Ooh.
And the opportunity to work.
Like, I know Vader's outfit's supposed to be like red lightning bolts,
I think more importantly, the
but it just looks like he like took a razor blade to his ass.
Much too often.
And we got
Girl.
those Christmas bonuses that we got too. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but
Oh gosh.
anyway, Big Van Vader.
I love this guy posting like Vader actually needs his help.
Over his head. Outstanding strength here.
If he throws him down like that, if he goes and throws him down.
This is so good. What a bit.
Van Vader, it goes down. He got nailed in the back. Got it down in one knee. I guess that's a major accomplishment for.
What is happening?
You can't hit him in the stomach. If you hit him in the stomach, it ain't gonna hurt.
I've never heard that, Brian. The splotch was a gravy stain.
Got his faculties about him.
Oh, jeez. That is not Rip Rogers. That is Paul Lee. The Nature Boy, Paul Lee.
This is a 2-for-1 special. I guess it's getting closer to
Oh
Christmas
gosh,
time.
those things sound awful.
Last minute shopping.
That's right, 2-for-1.
Big Van Vader, all 400 pounds, squashing Paul Lee in the corner. Got him up.
One of the most underrated wrestling skills that I think today's wrestlers are losing is the ability to stumble out of a corner after being avalanched. Yes, yes. The Paul Lee that paid Ric Flair 10 grand to knight him on an indie show, yes. Missy Hyatt is the female commentator, Randomaniac.
They're falling by the wayside.
Still to come in our program, the rematch from Starrcade, Terry Taylor.
Oh, I thought he was going to slam him on Paulie's head.
Still to come on the program.
Hey, Macy Grammond. I am doing a little better than Paulie. Thank you for mentioning it. I don't have a former LA Raider jumping on me.
Big Van Vader will pin both men and do it easily. Winner of the match, Big Van Vader.
Paulie is the poor man's Ric Flair cosplayer. Not even the poor man's Buddy Landau. He's the poor man's guy who walks around Comic Cons, dressed in a bathrobe, going woo.
That and much more next weekend here on the Main Event.
Oh, that's how I look when I get up in the morning. The slow-mo jiggling.
Between Terry Taylor and Michael Wall Street as the Main Event continues just 2 days before Christmas.
Putting his hand on Paulie's sex muscle. There we go. How much will Terry Taylor eat? No.
World Championship Wrestling and Action Bands.
Hey, Ninja Tyler Black. Yeah, we're still got another match. You can still hang out for a bit. We're going to go right up till 11 o'clock tonight Eastern.
Wednesday, the 2nd.
Beaumont.
Texas Civic Center, 7:30. Z-Man
Ticketron sounds so much cooler than it was. Rainbow Ticketmaster. Shit.
The Junkyard Dog, the Big Cat, Ricky Morton. Sunday, December 30th, Chicago, UIC Pavilion, 8 o'clock, Sting, Ric Flair and Big Sid Vicious. On Saturday, the 29th, Baltimore, the Arena, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Tomorrow I am leaving for Baltimore. This is before the Keep You to Rise Man of the 90s.
Thursday, the 27th, the McAllister Fieldhouse.
That was right after this.
7:30, Michael Wall Street, Stan Hansen, Big Van Vader. Wednesday, the 26th.
Because he got the gimmick when Michael Wall Street bailed for the WWF.
Ric Flair and the Steiners. Christmas night, the Omni in Atlanta, Sting, Flair and Doom. World Championship Wrestling.
Michael Jackson's Moonwalker video game, only on the Genesis system by Sega.
Jenny's coming over.
Ugh, little city.
She thinks you like her.
That's pretty sad.
She's cute.
Would be, minus the zits. Someone should tell her.
So say something.
Like what? Try one of these? They work for my sister?
No one's going to tell you to your face you need Clearasil pads. We've added a rough side to clean out dirt and oil like no other pad. Fewer pimples, clearer skin, or your money back.
Hi.
Jenny?
Idiot.
Told her.
Clearasil pads help you get clear and stay clear, guaranteed.
New Year's, marked by time, remembrance, and that traditional toast with Alka-Seltzer.
Traditional
Heartburn
toast.
with a headache from bidding the year too fond a farewell. Alka-Seltzer, the other holiday tradition.
Monday night on TBS.
I believe they still do make
Plowboy
Clearasil.
to Doughboy to hero of the free world. The greatest week of movies ever continues with Gary Cooper as Sergeant York.
Gary Goober.
Monday night at 8:05 Eastern on TBS.
That'd be a great wrestling name, Gary Goober.
One of the big rematches from Starrcade coming up momentarily. Michael Wall Street with Alexandra York at ringside to take on Terry Taylor. What is your assessment of Miss York?
Well, she's smart, like me. She's good looking, like me. But there's
Big
only
and
one
Missy.
thing she's got that I don't have, and that's that good right slap on Terry Taylor. And you know, I think she's going to teach me how to do that to you, Jim.
I'll tell you what, I'm sorry I asked the question. I can think of a couple of things.
Missy's putting over babyface. She's putting over heels.
Wrestling and see the slap.
Street, I'm not going to get pushed around by you or anybody else. I'm tired of taking a back seat being Mr. Nice Guy. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
This just...
More babyface should sit in promos. Oh, man.
What are you doing here? Taylor, you made a big mistake when you laid your hands on me because I'm taking you out in Starrcade, pal.
Yeah, you tell him, Mike. Like, Mike Rotundo was one of the toughest men in wrestling history. But, like, couldn't convey it. Also, shout out to my SSRI gang. I'm going to take my meds.
Right here, how we will beat you tomorrow. Ah, see, the system's infallible. No system is infallible. Every system has a kink. Maybe you're the kink in this system.
Oh.
Ooh, wow. Hey,
That could have gone a lot weirder. Yelling at women about kinks. Woobs, hell yeah. There go Terry Taylor in the Sisterhood of the Magical Flying Traveling Robe.
Terry Taylor's assessment of Alexandra York, that is no lady, and she really...
Well, I think she should slap him again for that remark. I would.
Well, I don't think there's any place...
Kink shaming Terry Taylor. That'd be a great gimmick for him.
He will be accompanied to the ring.
Said she was a kink?
By his administrative
He didn't say she was kinky. He said she was a kink in the game plan.
Now they're arguing about kinks on commentary. Okay, Stephen J. Neptune Man. This week in sports history, December 23rd, the Bruins and the Rangers tied 5-5, and the number one song in America was scroll past. Come on. The Postman song by Stevie B.
They recently made a feature story in the business section, front page of the business section of the USA Today, featuring a...
That's a legit thing, by the way. The business section of the USA Today did have an article about Michael Wall Street that week. This is post-Rooster, yes.
But I'm going to be in the next Town and Country coming up. They're doing a big article about me, about all my clothes and stuff.
Missy Hyatt and all of her clothes and stuff. An article by so-and-so.
She does it a little bit hesitant there to have anyone to look over her shoulder and see the computer printout.
She made the
Yeah, not the Wall Street Journal. That'd be a little too on the nose.
Well, golly,
I'm
going to wait for that.
If anybody in wrestling has a FetLife profile, it'd be JR. It'd be Jim Ross.
And we're moving rapidly right through it. Terry Taylor and Michael Wall Street. Man, they had a big match, a great match. I thought one of the most exciting matches at Starrcade. Nice Fireman Carey.
Yeah, Fireman Carey.
Wall Street will be on that holiday spectacular along with Ms. Alexandra.
Stevie B was a little before my time, Brian. Not hanging out at your middle school dances when I was in preschool. That'd be weird, but hey.
Tell her that Renee and Buckhead in Atlanta, Georgia, they have petite stuff, and she should go over there. I'm sure she can afford it.
There she's entering some information into her laptop computer.
That's not a laptop. That's a word processor.
Vero Beach, Florida native, showing a lot of offense here. Taylor seems to be in a very frustrated state in the last few weeks. I know that he is a guy that thought he had the television championship.
Like bringing us Fisher Price Speak and Say out to the ring and be like, oh, she's typing on her phone.
Of course, the television championship will be on the line this Saturday night on World Championship Wrestling at 6:05 when Arn Anderson defends against the Z-Man.
No, it's the brains versus the bod.
Both men circling now, and another collar and elbow. And
I love Todd in the Shadows.
Wall Street with the advantage. Taylor
The
countered
best.
into the head scissor.
So Arn Anderson does the brain buster, see? So it's the brain versus the bod. And Z-Man's got the bod.
All right, LJH, have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Speaking of that subject matter, as you do normally, we are going to have WCW's Sexiest Wrestler Contest.
Hell yeah, WCW's Sexiest Wrestler Contest.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that.
Sexiest wrestling personality.
I think we talked about that in October and November.
Well, yeah, because I won it.
I nominate Randy Anderson.
Terry Taylor.
What will I win when I win Sexiest Wrestling Awards?
You're not a wrestler, so you will not be eligible.
Well, that's not fair.
Terry Taylor.
Patrick's like, wait, this guy said he used your fist.
Who's complaining of Taylor's
Bobby was growing out the mullet in preparation of the Sexiest Wrestler Contest. Yes.
Side headlock by Taylor. Now you're whining like Paul Lee.
Right. Sexiest Wrestler, of course, Phineas Norbert News. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
Good reversal again. Terry Taylor, quite frankly, is out wrestling Michael Wall Street at this point in time in the contest.
Well, that shouldn't be happening.
Fans here chanting Walmart.
Walmart.
That'll make Sam Walton and his heirs happy. Walmart instead of Wall Street.
And, they had the top, like, 10 heirs.
They should chant Target at Terry Taylor.
That, Walmart thing.
European forearm. Yeah, maybe you can meet one and marry one. That would be
Nah, they were all old.
Front face lock there. Wall Street suplexing Terry Taylor. And now the table has turned.
The table has turned. And has anybody ever actually turned a table? It's not as dramatic as they think.
Taylor being defeated. And a reverse chinlock, nice. Right there.
Why is Nick Patrick, like, snuggling with them? He's not in any sort of position to actually see either the chin lock or any sort of cheating.
Well, that's an interesting analogy, I would assume, but he was an infraction of the rules.
And then he just walks away.
It's like if he cheap shot somebody.
Like, he's just, like, reverse spooning with them.
Well, theoretically, I guess you could. Alexander York now very happy, or much happier than we saw her earlier. Anyway, now that her man, her investment.
Her investment.
When he wins and he gets extra money because you can invest more money.
Reverse chinlock as Taylor back up to a vertical base, trying to fight his way out. Elbows going downstairs. He goes to the ropes for some momentum, but caught coming off the ropes. With that momentum, it was turned against him as Wall Street nailed him with a clothesline.
Oh.
Drops the leg right across Terry Taylor. On top, and again, Taylor.
Just like he likes them on top.
Great tenacity. Just, he's not a quitter.
I believe there are fans in the front row covering themselves with blankets. Because they couldn't afford heat for this building. Aw, man, he dodged the famous Mike Rotunda splash.
Michael Wall Street, and now Terry Taylor showing some offense. Nailing Wall Street. Terry Taylor back with the advantage.
The King Sharpie, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate bringing the soda and the flat soda and the half-eaten crackers.
Right there, Terry Taylor turning it on here.
Terry Taylor bumped off his own clothesline.
Wall Street roll out of bounds there to break the momentum. You're looking at the
Looking at the format sheet.
He's looking at at the printout here to see what's next. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think anybody could explain Mike Rotunda, Sailor Boy. It's not even like they had merch that said Captain Mike Rotunda that they had to sell. It was just... Oh, he inherited a boat. And now it's his wrestling gimmick. Yeah, there's a Captain Mike shirt, but it's not like it just said Captain Mike Rotunda. And they're like, shit, we have all these shirts that just say the words Captain Mike. We have to make him a captain of a different kind.
We'll see how Wall Street can keep his composure. He just threw him over the top rope.
Would I rather attend a show in the building way too cold or way too hot? Way too cold. I can always put more layers on. I cannot take my skin off. Got the grown as a graduation present. It actually makes more sense than what they said. That would be so funny if Alexander York's printout says, you're going to grab this, and then he's going to run at you and you're going to go over the top. And you're going to get yourself disqualified.
We'll see Flying Brian. He's next on TBS. Don't go away.
Flying Brian.
And there's another thing, Mikhail. The kids these days. Tetris, Schmetris, all the time is Tetris they want to play.
I mean, if it's cold out, you bring a jacket, you wear pants. It's not going to be colder in the building than it is outside. No matter what. The body heat rules. Just...
In peace, I betrayed my wife. In war, I betrayed myself. With trust, I killed men. With vengeance, and I...
Oh, hey, was that Dick Murdoch?
Right or wrong, one man controls this empire.
It was not what I wanted!
On Christmas Day...
Flying Brian Capsleman.
into his power.
That's his full name.
Part 3, rated R.
Tonight, one recruit is challenging the tradition of the Marine
Oh, hey,
Corps.
it's a movie on TBS that's not in black and white. Wowzers.
Darren McGavin. Tribes. 7
Tribes?
TBS tonight.
That, I don't want to know how some of these fans will respond to a movie called Tribes.
No, that's not the same thing.
These advertisers.
I'm an insensitive wow.
We can change that.
Well, I recognize
These
that because
weak
you
lady
your
armpits.
pH thing. Because you're a woman, you know, you're a rare...
You're a woman. I can't believe that's the actual line.
You bet.
A woman.
Secret. Strong enough for a man, but pH balanced for a woman.
Most guys would tell you they don't really think about their hair. Right.
Oh, hey, it's
Personally, I
that
think most guys
weirdo.
want their hair to look good, as long as it's not a hassle.
Should have known something was up with him when he started talking into a camera in the locker room.
So, you get clean, more manageable hair than with plain shampoo, but without any extra work. That's Pert Plus.
That's Pert Plus. Also, while I have you here, did you know that Hollywood is sacrificing babies? They're taking their blood and they're turning it into a magic drug.
Next, Darren McGavin is ready to train Marines. Jan
All right,
Michael
shampoo
Vincent is ready to
commercial.
beat the system. Tribes is next on TBS.
All right, Brian, Flying Brian.
Flying Brian here on TBS. Welcome back, everyone, to the main event. Jim Ross and Missy Hyatt, so happy you're with us here. And don't forget, we'll see you Christmas night in the Omni.
No, you won't. I live in Indiana.
24 pounds, Rob Morgan.
Rob Morgan. His weird suspenders. God.
Looking at Brian Pillman, he's got
Like, why did he wear suspenders with tights?
I did some investigating.
He wasn't even on camera while wearing them.
Cincinnati Bengals, and you know what position he played?
Yeah, I know. But you tell me what your story is, your version.
Rob Morgan was one of Rip Rogers' guys that would drive down for these tapings from Seymour, Indiana.
He guarded the water bucket, and he tackled anybody that came close to it that wasn't supposed to.
That's great. First time I heard that, I kicked the slats out of my cradle. All right, well, Flying Brian.
They took them off because if they come detached, you poke a dude's eye out with them flying around. Those metal pieces.
Nobody team.
No, that's where the wild crazy guys are.
Rob Morgan looks like if you got 1986 Rick Rude on Timu.
And Rob Morgan with a knee
I downloaded Timu last week and they just kept sending me notifications. And I was like, no thank you.
From Ric Flair. Wow. Big chops right to the pectoral region of Rob
The
Morgan.
pectoral region. Oh, jeez, Brian.
You like saying that word pectoral, don't you?
That's where he hit him.
Yeah, Jim. You pectoral pervert.
It's been quite, well, somewhat pleasant today. We're basically in the holiday spirit, and we've had no danger zone.
And that's been the best thing yet. No call.
Brian, you've got 2 minutes on TV. Why are we applying a chin lock?
Outside the facility,
Do your shit and end the match. He tapped out.
In his childish boycott.
The people out there don't look like normal people, though. I think he paid them. And they all, you know what? The signs that he has out there, they all look like the same handwriting. Like Pauline.
I did not buy anything because it just kept like giving me like a roulette wheel. I'm like, oh, if you order this much, we'll give you this much of a discount. And it just kept adding on, and I'm like, no. This all seems like a scam, and I'm gone. I deleted the app.
Pillman got the shoulder, or excuse me, Morgan got the shoulder up.
All right, Yankee Hawk, Happy New Year to you and yours.
Ric Flair and Sting.
Thank you so much for all the support this year.
Barry Windham and Arn Anderson will take on Doom. That is inside a steel cage. Plus Lex Luger's on the card. Flying Brian here will be there. The Z-Man, Junkyard Dog, the Steiners, the Freebirds.
I don't know if we could get Pillman and Chikara. That seems
that and much more in the Omni Christmas night at 8
little more PG-13 rated.
On the hotline, it's the Missy Des Mail, and it's called the Wrestling Hotline.
What's happening there?
Got higher than Rob Morgan and nailed him right in the face.
Looks like in like WWE 2K when you try to do a move and the person you're playing against is also trying to do a move, and they just do their moves next to each other.
Maybe you can make it such.
Oh, crushed him with that senton.
What did you call that, Jim?
That's a posterior drop.
You made that up.
High cross body.
That's it.
That is.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, Missy. That's right. That's it.
Fans, don't forget now to join us in the Omni Christmas.
Don't celebrate too hard, Brian.
Just
crushes him here with this thing.
It's a Z-Man and Arn Anderson for the
at least he got his arms up.
Sunday night right here. It's the best of 1990 with our TBS television match of the year.
And the best of the bustiers from Missy Hyatt.
Could be controversial Sunday night. We certainly want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Missy's like, I used this prop 2 segments ago. I still have to hold it.
You still have time to send the presents.
Cruzito, thank you so much for the follow.
Our great was no Paul E. Dangerously.
Well,
I'm glad that you finally learned your lesson.
Oh, hey, it's Paul on one of his cool guy jackets. One of his, hey, I go to clubs jackets.
Wait, how much did you have to pay those folks to pick it outside?
It's a shame Paul doesn't dress like this anymore.
Absolutely no slip of the tongue. No, they didn't cost me a thing. A bowl of soup, and they agreed to do it.
You look like a bunch of street folks.
You look like a bunch of street folks. What the fuck does that mean, Jim?
Quite frankly, even if you do, I'll be back on the main event with the Danger Zone.
I don't think so, Paul.
What do you mean you don't think so?
I think you need to learn a lesson. You just can't arbitrarily take your program on, come to work when you want.
You want to bet?
Yeah, I'll bet you.
How much you want to bet? Who's going to do it?
Well, there'll be no Danger Zone next
Segment brought to you by DraftKings.
Yeah, right. You're not going to be on. Forget it.
All right, so that does it for tonight, as my webcam was almost going to fall there. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, not just for the last 2 hours, but for the past year. 2024 has been a pretty damn good year for old Tomsky in terms of the online activity. The shorts blew up. The viewership on these streams is going up ski. We're just taking off from there. You all are the hardest of the hardcores. The Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club. Thank you all so much for helping old Tom making things happen. Without you guys, I couldn't do it. The 2024, we're putting a wrap on that tomorrow. Going into 2025, onward and upward. I got some irons in the fire for some cool things coming up. And we'll do a lot of the same. Maybe we'll change some things up. Yeah, stay tuned. As my old pal John Ritter used to say, my old pal. Happy New Year to everybody. Ninja Tyler Black, we're doing Off the Grid this Sunday. Not Quite Wrestling for the members is the following Sunday, as we get back into kind of a rhythm here. So I'll keep you all abreast of that. But as I like to end these streams with, for the last, gonna be 2 years come next week, actually. It's 2-year anniversary. As I like to say in these, even if you don't make it here, as much as I would like you to be here, even if you don't make it here, I understand life happens. Just make it to next Tuesday. I know it's an extra day than normal, but 8 days, I think we can do it. I know the holidays are rough. I know life is rough. It's rough for me as well. But I'm going to try my damnedest to be here next Tuesday at 9. I hope you do as well. I'm also going to try my hardest to be here Sunday at 8 for Off the Grid. And I hope you do as well. Again, my name's Tom. Right there. That's my name. That's my handle. Again, if you saw me on TikTok tonight, let me know, because I have no idea whether or not I actually went live. This has been WCW Deep Cuts Live. It is very late. Go to bed.